Do you want to know the secret to a tidy home? Shh, don't tell anyone. Let's find out. Hi, my name's Rachel. I do videos about decluttering, minimalism and my no spend year. And today I have got the biggest secret to tell you. It's the secret to a tidy home. It may seem a really obvious one and you might kick yourself in the teeth when you realise what it is, but there are some key steps that go with it that make sure that it is a flawless system that cannot go wrong. I've tried a number of different organising strategies in the past. I've had various different organising furniture, I've done different systems, I've tried to put things together in categories, but for some reason or another I just seem to have ended up organising, reorganising again, and so clearly the system wasn't working. But I've recently found the secret. I've worked out what it is that is key to a tidy home, and I promise you it will take seconds to tidy at the end of the day. Do you want to know the secret? Everything needs to have a home. Every item needs to have a specific place that it lives within your home. There are some guidelines that go with this to make it successful, so let's go through that. Tip number 1, there should just be one space for each category. So pens, for example, should all live in one particular space. Jeans should live in one particular space, and they should all be together and they should all be contained together so that you can see the whole of that category. If you've got a lot of one item, for example jeans or tops, it could be that you have a couple of drawers, but those drawers need to be together in the same area for it to be successful. And we can talk about simplifying the space a little bit later. What you want to be avoiding is having pockets and spaces all around the house that have the same item within it, so that you end up feeling like you have to check this drawer in this room, this cupboard in this room, and this box in the attic to be able to find one particular item. It shouldn't be that way. All of the same items should be stored together so you know exactly where that item is. So there should be one cable drawer within your home. There should be one paperwork area within your home. Having the same category of items spread around different rooms and different places within your home is going to make it much harder to find things, and that's what adds to the difficulty of tidying, the difficulty of finding things, and can make life that little bit harder when it doesn't really need to be. So find all of the like items together and store them that way. Tip number 2, it should be stored where it is used. And that sounds a little bit random, but actually it makes a lot of logical sense. Anything that I am using in the living room, like most of my charging cables tend to be there, that's probably where I'm most likely to charge it in the evening. So I will store it in the living room near where I will charge it, so that it's easy to get something out, and it makes it so much easier and so much more motivating to put it away, because you're putting it away right next to where you're using it. So there's no temptation to leave things because you think, oh, I've got to traipse it upstairs. It is stored in the place where you're using it. Just like what we do with clothing. We store our clothing in our bedroom because that's where we're most likely to get dressed. It makes sense. So why don't we do that for other items within our home? It's just logical. So as an example, do you have like art supplies stored in the dining room, but you're more likely to use them in the conservatory? Or vice versa. It needs to live in the place where you're using it, so it's easy to find things and get things out, and so much easier to put things away. That means tidying becomes just a 1-minute job, because it's so much easier to gather things up in the area and put things away in the area than having to go from room to room to room. It's a quick job. If you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to hit subscribe and press the like button and press the bell for notifications so you know when I upload my next video. I tend to upload twice a week, and I share videos about decluttering, minimalism and my no spend year. Leave a comment below if you've got anything that you would like me to cover in a video, and I will do my best to do that. Every like, comment and share is very much appreciated. It really helps my videos to get seen by others, so please do that, and thank you very much for doing so. Tip number 3, now that you have got all like items together, it's time to reduce down any unnecessary duplicates. Having everything together will help you see exactly what you've got in that category. So if you find that you've got 10 of the same charging cables, and trust me, that does happen, lots of homes have the same charging cables, be realistic about the number that you're going to be utilising at any one time. So if, for example, you only ever have 3 items maximum on charge, then 3 is the number of cables you would keep. You don't need to have the other 7. So it's about looking at the quantity and seeing how much you can reduce within that area. Do you have any similar styles, similar cuts, similar shapes or pictures on your clothing, for example? Do you have duplicate books? Do you have duplicate cooking utensils? Do you have too many of the same type? Reduce it down so that you only have what you really need. This is going to make it easier to see your whole collection because there will be less stuff in the way. It's going to free up valuable space and allow you to see everything you have so that it's easy to find things. If you have too many of the same things, they're going to clutter up the space and you're going to have to dig around to be able to get to them. Tip number 4, you need to contain items within their space. So if you've got a drawer, then you need to look at drawer organisers or containers that can work in that space, arrange them so that they fit and coordinate with the size of the items that you've got, but it's going to stop things from moving around in that space. It's going to allow you to see everything really clearly rather than it getting jumbled up when you open and close the drawer. If you've got boxes, for example, are there ways that you can divide the box with special dividers? In drawers for clothing, have you got dividers that can separate the different lines of items within there, so that it's just allowing things to be clearly presented so you can see exactly what you have. And having things contained means it's easier to be able to put things away when you have finished using them because it's so clearly seen within the drawer or within the space. And tip number 5, you need to reset as you go. So anything that is really quick to put away, and it will be because it's now in the place that it should be, you're going to reset as soon as you have finished with that item. Don't let it sit there until the end of the day unless it is something that is a bigger job. Any little jobs or any little items should be put away as soon as you have finished using them. So keep getting in that habit of resetting as you go. Larger things that are more bulky things like laundry or dishes, they could be reset at the end of the night because that's more of a bulk thing that you do. Try and reset as you go or at the end of each day so that every day starts afresh. Taking the time to find a home for everything will really transform your space. It will make it easier to find things, easier to put things away, and you won't have that stress, that anxiety of looking or finding things or feeling like it takes forever to put things away. It's such a quick system and it's foolproof that anybody can do this and it will absolutely transform your space. Let me know in the comments how you get on with this strategy and if you have really thought about everything within your home, that it lives in the right place. If not, which things do you need to move and where do you think they should be? I should be back for more videos soon on decluttering, minimalism and my no spend year. Take care. Bye.